Tottenham Hotspur must sign Amadou Onana in the summer. Onana plays a CDM for Everton in the Sean Dyche system, which doesn't really allow him to show his true capability on the ball with his attacking style of play. Onana's a very defensive player, but he has got some very, very nice attacking attributes that we could really use in this Tottenham Hotspur side. The difference between the two players of Bissouma and Amadou Onana is the fact that Bissouma plays more defensively, but doesn't have the capability of making those passes to the striker that can really break the lines. Where Onana can really do that. His passing rate is so good. And this is when he's playing with a defensive Sean Dyche team. Now, what you also got to remember is that Onana is a very, very big lad. He's great at air duels, and he'll give us the extra height in the box and corners where we definitely need some. You know, he plays as a two in the Sean Dyche team, and he doesn't play alone, so he will basically fit into this Tottenham Hotspur side like a glove. And yeah, of course, there's always going to be some doubt in regards to how he can play defensively. You know, in a high level where there's more pressure on him. Um, unlike when he plays for Everton, where the pressure isn't directly on him, it's surrounded by the midfielders. When he plays for Tottenham, he's gonna be pressurized quite a fair amount. Um, i- Look, for me, I think Onana is a no-brainer in the summer. It's a type of move that it makes sense all round. We give Everton the fee that they really want, and we get a solid CDM. I mean, he's 22 years old, and he's just absolutely amazing. I really, really, really think he's the next CDM we have to get. Especially now when you think about it, Hojbjerg could be leaving in the summer. Bissouma's not been living up to the expectations this season. And look, when we can get a 22-year-old in the doors, I don't really see a reason why what can go wrong. Obviously, there's a lot. There's a couple of things that I would personally be a bit skeptical about. Um, it's more his body. His body is very big. And when he gets pressurized by the attackers or the midfielders, he usually goes back to the keeper, which in in a Tottenham circumstance you'd want like a Basuma where you would wiggle out that position. But let me get you some strengths and weaknesses. So, in terms of weaknesses, like I said, he's a big boy, in the middle of the park where he does usually pass the ball back. But if he's not marked, or if he's very much isolated in the midfield area, then he's able to make those passes which we need. He's very, very strong in aerial duels. He's got very high level concentration, which is good, especially when you're playing in the middle of the park, because you always need to be alert in terms of what position you need to be in. In the Tottenham Hotspur circumstance, you'd probably play alongside a Bentancur or alongside a Sarr. Obviously, Madison's ahead of you, but it would be Onana and Bentancur, Onana or Sarr. So you could both, think about what positions you guys need to be in. You guys can both complement each other. His tackling is very, very, very strong. And it's something we've seen a lot from Everton in a part since Onana signed for them. His defensive attributes is second to none. He's unbelievable. Obviously he does a lot of slide tackles. He doesn't do that much tackles, but he's a big boy, so he obviously uses his physicality more than others. Onana's style play is indirect set piece threat. Obviously when he's inside the box, he's a massive threat in for the opposition. He gets fouled quite often, so that's also another good thing to take on. And he commits fouls a lot. So that's something we need to kind of make sure he's on top of it, because he does commit a lot of fouls, and it could mean into dangerous positions. That's what we don't want. But overall, look, I think Onana to Tottenham Hotspur should happen in the summer. I would really like to see this player come to Tottenham Hotspur. He's young. He's 22 years old. He's got a bright future ahead of himself. And why not? We can have both Bissouma and and Onana. I'd be very, very happy to have them both here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next video. Come on, you Spurs. Bye bye.